Hey everyone, Glimpse here, and today we're just going to be talking about Alhaitham. I have been meaning to make this video for the past couple days, but just been super busy with school and everything. So, quick rundown as to where I have him at. I did get him to 90 a couple of days ago. I have Jade Cutter, not a signature, but still a very cool looking weapon on him. And I think this is a pretty attainable build, to be honest, because I don't think it's my artifacts or anything too insane. C0, not signature, but pretty solid. I have him at 898. I can get this a bit higher when I get more of these things. Yeah, I have almost no more. So real quick, I'm just gonna do a quick damage showcase for him. And I mean, my resin is capped, so I guess we should go fix that really quickly. First, let me just show you real quickly what I think of his damage. I do think that he's a really fun character. If you're kind of on the fence as to whether or not you should pull him, 100% recommend. Go ahead and pull for him. Oh my gosh, I just think I forgot to do commissions yesterday. That's fine. Yeah, just been running a lot all over the place with school and everything. But, so, first I'm just going to show his damage, and then we're going to go do some farming with him, see how well that works out. See if we can get any better pieces for him. Did I show his... I don't remember if I showed his... I don't want to use his ult right now or anything. So, 89, 174. So, nothing too insane. I hopefully can get some more crit damage. We'll see how that works out. And after this, I'll talk about my team really quickly. I'm not going to be using their ults or anything, because I just want this to be kind of just like... And there you go, you see he's dead. So, I would say pretty solid for Alhaitham not even being like maximum investment or anything, or triple crowned. I personally don't have any characters triple crowned right now, but a lot of my DPS are double crowned. So, I'll double crown him whenever I get the chance, and then I might make a video about that. So, just here's a quick lesson of what I like to do with my DPS characters, if you're interested. That's a C6 character, so don't worry about this one. But look at my other character's talents. Okay, so most of the talents, first I just get them to like 888, and then after that I go through and I start to get like their best 1 or 2 talents up to 10. Because like, you see, this one's different because that's a passive he has right here. This one, normal attack level by 1. But other than that, I normally just have my DPS at like 8, 10, 10, 8, 10, 10. This is going to be 8, 10, 10 somewhere. 8, 10, 10. So, most of the 5-star DPS characters, I get them to 8, 10, 10. So, that's personally I like to use resources. Let's just go farm this domain real quick. Because my resin's been capped, which I hate doing, but sometimes it just happens. But yeah, hopefully this will help you guys kind of see what's going on with him, like damage-wise, if he's worth pulling, all these things. I do feel like I might want to interpret crowd control into the team, but one thing I do notice is that all these characters, like Raiden, Nahida, you're standing in place for a while doing all these bursts, and not bursts, your skills and everything. So, oh, I misclicked there. So, no, that's fine. You're standing in place a lot, so I do like to run him with a shield character, Zhongli here. He's a very intricately designed character. I think it's really cool. You can't really see right here. Let's see. You can kind of see like the armor shine. This isn't the best place. Let's click here. You can see like the armor shine on the top of his shoulder pad type things, where it's like armor up here and then it kind of just fades off into like more cloth. It's like you see these headphone things that he created, and they actually got like like a bigger arm model for once other than Ito. Which I still hear a lot about, and I mean, I completely get it, because Ito's an Oni and like known for his strength almost. But, really cool design character. So, there's a bit if you wanted to just... And there's the dual wielding, which also looks really sick. Super cool. Okay. So, we're just going to run through this, see if you think this damage is something that you'd be interested in, or if you just like his playstyle, or think he looks like a fun character. I do see completely why people are saying it's kind of like Kaching, because I do see a very similar playstyle. But I feel like it's basically just Kaching with some issues that Kaching has fixed, and a slightly more complex playstyle. Now, I haven't taken the time to learn like his best rotations or everything, but I mostly just play him when I think is pretty fun, and it normally works out. Oh, I forgot to go through the team. We can do that after this. So, you see there, pretty solid damage. Okay, so this is fairly simple for the most part. Okay. So first off, just Zhongli, Shielder. I know it's like a triple Archon team, but you can. I'm gonna tell you their purpose, and then you can switch them out with basically anyone who can fill the same role. So Zhongli, Shielder, you can, I don't know, switch it out with Toma, Layla, Diana, that type of thing. Whatever works for you. Nahida is one to first apply Dendro. My Deepwood set. I currently don't have a EM goblet for her. I'll get one of those soon. I don't think I have any EM. Let me see real quick. That's like left over. Yeah, at least I'm gonna level up on someone. Okay, we'll worry about that later. But mostly, just the main goal is to get this 4-piece Deepwood set. When I get the EM goblet, her EM's gonna have. I'm at 922. I don't remember getting that high. Oh, it's because Dendro. Dendro Resonance also gives more EM, which Alhaitham scales with EM a lot. So she does the Dendro application and everything. She triggers spread for Alhaitham. With this Deepwood set, it decreases the Dendro res. So pretty cool. I know Fischl has a higher uptime on Electro application, but the reason I choose Raiden is because he can be a kind of a mobile character. And when you're running around, Fischl's Oz can't always hit everything. So I feel like a character like Raiden or Yamiko would be very good for the Electro application to trigger the spread for his own personal damage. But once again, you could use any Electro applicator that works perfectly fine. And then Alhaitham, just he's on this team. He's just for Dendro and everything. You guys can see my artifacts really quickly. Nothing too crazy. This is fairly solid. It's like 30 CV, attack percent ER. Pretty solid. This is also pretty good, but my problem is that like I almost have too much crit rate on this build. This piece could definitely use some work. This piece is pretty solid, and this is also pretty solid. So you see that domain run went pretty smoothly. That was with his burst. I don't really want to just go wasting Nahida's burst on any of this. For bugs me to see that resin capped. Yeah, I'll save that. If that rolls crit damage, maybe. I don't really. We'll see if we get a piece for Nahida or Alhaitham. This is a pretty good domain. I mean, if you want him to do more damage against like boss fights and stuff, you can use Nahida's burst and it gives him like 250 EM. So, pretty solid there. And then Alhaitham to get the max 3 stacks, you normally... And this is the reason I said crowd control though, is because when they start running off, it's kind of... There you go. So he was kind of like out of the loop there, but it's not a big deal. Still quick enough, I mean. Like, I'm never in this team thinking, oh, I wish that I had more uptime or more damage or anything. I mean, C1 does fix a lot of the uptime issues, but I just feel like... I feel like C1's not really necessary because I've played him for a bit, and yeah, worthless. Because I've been playing him a lot for this past, like, week or so. And I feel like he has good enough uptime to either kill everything or when, like, you start running low on uptime, just switch through all your characters again with their ease. So, I mean, I can definitely see a case for people wanting more uptime, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. So you see, like, pretty solid damage. I mean, I don't feel like it's the same as like a C6 5-star R5 character you'll see or anything. But like, even at C0, I think he's pretty solid, to be honest. I think he can probably do more damage than Zhao. I'm not sure because I haven't got a C... I haven't finally... not finally. I have not yet gotten my C6 Farazan, so I feel like that might switch it a lot, but there's also like a high investment character. But you can perfectly run this team fine with like any Dendro character that has the same application, any Electro character that can do the application. So you can do this, like, he's pretty free to play friendly, I assume. But like you can see, his damage isn't anything crazy, but still it's pretty solid, and I feel like he's definitely a fun character to play. And it's like you can play him. He has like a pretty high damage ceiling and a damage floor. Overall, I feel like you could definitely always play him more optimally, but even when I don't play him that optimally and I kind of just like normal attack then charge attack spam, I feel like it's not like detrimental so much to the point where you're losing all your damage. Where like, here's the thing with Hu Tao, where I feel like Hu Tao can definitely output more damage than Alhaitham right here, but I feel like Hu Tao, whenever I like mess up her playing or I'm not really paying attention, I feel like it's so detrimental to her damage. Or like if you're not paying attention, you run out of stamina before C0. But you see, they all kind of just charge you and you're kind of staying in place. You don't want to lose the damage. So I feel like that resistance to interruption with the shield is also very beneficial to his damage. But yeah, we can leave real quick. I actually haven't been too lucky with this domain, to be honest. I do have some pretty solid pieces, like I was saying before, but maybe. And probably not. Okay, I feel like that first piece I locked was kind of copium. But yeah, so to be honest, he's definitely better than Sino in terms of damage. At least in my experience. And even if he can't, off the top of my head, I feel like with what I've seen, Alhaitham does output more damage than Sino. I can finally uncap this. But even if he doesn't, the one thing that's good is that Sino does basically like no damage outside of his burst, where characters like Zhao are actually pretty solid even if they're not in the burst. Like in the overworld, you can pretty much kill anything with Zhao because his auto attacks have such high scaling. Like, let's take a look here. Oh, way past it. Okay, so Zhao, even with his auto attacks, like, let's see, 49, 41. So that's like one hit, 100, 120. All right, and then let's take a look at Sino's. I actually haven't looked at this yet. I'm just assuming it's much lower multipliers. Let's see. Oh, I do have this one at 8 because it's not as big of a deal. But even at 8, I'm like 84. So I'd go up to 90. And then, what's that going up by 5? So it should be around 95, which is fine. But the problem with Sino is that you don't build him with nearly as much attack because mostly all your you build him with EM, he gets extra EM in his burst state, and you run him like with Nahida, which kind of fixes him. And then Nahida also gives like the 250 more EM. So it is like a huge damage increase just when you're in your burst. So when you're in the overworld, since all that focus is going into EM, I mean I could definitely use some more attack, but I also have this weapon here, which also gives a lot more of the EM into attack. So it's like everything going into EM means that you can't really do anything in the overworld, which I feel like is something a lot of people overlook, where most of my favorite characters to play, like Child, Ayato, Diluc, Wanderer, all these like the ones that I really enjoy playing are the ones that you can just like mess around with in the overworld. And I know overworld's easy. You can basically kill anything in the overworld with any character. But it's like it just doesn't exactly feel the same as when you're playing it with a character that can work very well in the overworld. Like characters that are more reliant on their E rather than burst dependent, I feel are much more fun. There's a much larger fun factor for them. Okay, so we got 4 more resin real quick. We'll go through that. Okay. But yeah, like you see, I'm just kind of talking. I'm not really paying attention to the rotation. I'm pretty laid back right now, and I feel like Alhaitham's clearing everything relatively easily. And it's kind of systematic. Like, it's not like you have to pay too much attention or anything. You just kind of get all 3 stacks by doing his E and then doing a charge attack or plunge attack, and it's like... You see, I know this domain doesn't take super long or anything, but like 30 seconds at a C0 Alhaitham with not even max investment or anything. Like, I feel like that crit ratio is fairly attainable. I mean, you might have a little bit less crit rate if you don't have Jade Cutter. But I don't feel like this is an insane build or anything yet. Like, okay. Even the fact that he's comparable to my Sino's damage, and like, so Sino has all this extra thing as the EM, which will also raise his attack a lot. He's double crowned. Let's see, look at this crit ratio. He's 80 to 241, which is kind of insane. And then you look at Alhaitham, here we've got like 90 to 174, which is a lot lower. But like, even if Sino's outputting more, even if my Sino can output more damage in total, I just feel like Alhaitham overall is just better in most cases and more versatile with like more versatile teams and everything. Where, I don't know, I love Sino's character and I still think he's really fun to play against like some bosses and stuff, but I just don't know what they're doing with that. Like, I don't really know what's going on with Hoyoverse taking all these characters that like are really anticipated and then kind of just tanking them because they know people pay for them anyways. Deha. But, oh, look at that. There you go. That's what I was looking for. Perfect. And maybe... Well, it does have EM, so we might get lucky there. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like they just like, especially with characters like Yamiko and everything, where they kind of just make them subpar and release and expect people to pull for them anyways. And I mean, it's been working honestly, or they wouldn't keep doing it. But it just feels like it's kind of upsetting for people that really look forward to characters and then just feel like, or they saved their Prima jumps for all this time, and they ended up getting this character that's kind of just subpar, and they're like, well, what do I do now? But in all honesty, I don't feel any regrets about pulling Alhaitham. I definitely think his weapon looks really cool, but like I'm saying once again, I don't think his weapon is worth. It's not that it's not worth pulling for it. It's just that there's other weapon banners coming very soon that are just better. That might be good for someone, and worthless. Okay. Because, like, let's see, his weapon looks really cool on him, but I think Jade Cutter also looks perfectly fine. And there's, like, a lot of good weapon options that I think look pretty solid on him. And they just gave the event weapon that works really well on him. It's like, you just have other options, and it's not really worth pulling on this weapon banner. The weapon banner, most of the time, is a scam, guys. Like, especially that AoE that Alhaitham has is kind of just like, where it's not like a huge amount, but if there's like a few enemies standing next to each other, it 100% will get them all. Okay, that's the last one. Can we get a better piece? Geo up again. Yeah, I have like a million geo pieces from this one domain. It's crazy. Yeah, no, that's not gonna be good. Okay. We'll go up and level that one thing, and then we'll pretty much call it a day. But yeah, I have been meaning to make more videos recently. It's just been kind of hectic. I do enjoy making these videos, and I appreciate all the support from everyone. Everyone's been super nice in the comments, and I do just want to say thank you all so much for all you guys do that. To all of you guys that have been watching, because it does mean a lot to me to see all the support and everything. And I just really enjoy making these videos for you guys. And okay, really quickly, let me add this thing that I just got. Okay, there you go. That's what I was just saying I needed. Now she's on a 5-piece. Might be able to go switch one of these off for some piece that has a higher EM than one of these. Yeah, these are both pretty low EM. Actually, we can... I don't know if I'm going to switch right now. I just want to look at what I've got. These are all on someone. Like 65. 86 on official, damn. That 107, but that's going to stay on Kazuo because I want to keep him past 1,000 EM. 58, yeah. Who knows, maybe this one might get better. We'll give it a shot later. But real quick, let's level this one piece up that we had here. Yeah, this roll is kind of unfortunate. I don't know. I might still roll it. Kind of copium. Where'd the crit damage? Was it a feather? Yeah, okay. Is this? And this is also kind of copium. We can... okay. We'll get it to 4. Because it does have EM and attack percent. If this doesn't get crit damage, we're just feeding it into the next piece. Let's see. It's already, like... Okay. Yeah, that's what I was expecting. Okay. We'll feed it into this and see if we get lucky. EM, okay. Let's see what happens here. If this just starts rolling terribly, we're just going to dip, but hopefully we can at least get some good crit rolls here. Okay, attack percent, not going to complain too much. We can still get some good rolls here. Okay, crit damage. EM, 7, 14, 21. Yeah, it still wouldn't pass this crit stats here. I mean, that's still better. We can... So what's that? Still got 2 more rolls left, so 7, 14, so then be about 28. So if that rolls well, that... Oh, wait. That only has 13 crit damage, damn. 7, 14, 21. So that could be about 21, 13 for losing 12% crit rate. That wouldn't be worth it. But let's see if we can get this one a bit better. Crit damage. No. Okay, let's see really quickly something. Crit damage is 21 there. Okay, you know what? We're gonna get this to 20. Is this smart? No. But I am kind of curious just to see how much I would go if I drop a bit more substats and get more crit damage. Should I be wasting more on this piece? Absolutely not. Is it going to go into crit damage? Absolutely not. And that's the 5-time bonus. Okay, I did get crit damage. But at least 12% crit rate. Let's just look at our stats here. What am I missing? HP defense. Gets a little bit more attack percent. 76, 181. Still pretty solid. Not an insane upgrade, but I do like those stats a bit. I'll give it a shot, guys. I'll mess around with it, see which one I want to switch off or on. But right now, I think that's pretty solid, actually, because that's fairly high crit rate. And then I can probably give this piece to some other person on Gilded. Do I have anyone else on Gilded? Not currently, no. I might start a second Gilded set. Just see if I get anything lucky. But, okay, well, there's my stats now, 76, 181. I might switch it back if I see that it's not much of an increase. But, yeah, that's pretty much it, everyone. So, just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and in summation, if you guys feel like you want to pull a Alhaitham, kind of on the fence or anything, I say go for him. Unless, of course, you'd rather pull for like Hu Tao or Elan or anything, then you can definitely save for them. Pretty much any character in these patches would be a good pull. Zhao is definitely also a perfectly fine pull. He could pretty much kill everything in the game, even without C6 Farazan. Yeah, that wraps it up. So thank you all so much for all the support. And thank you for being patient with current school schedule and everything. Hopefully things will work out soon. So yeah, just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have an amazing day. See ya.